Killer Maggie's latest target has been revealed in Coronation Street, as she once again makes a bitter move. Oh wait, that's impossible. She already killed him. There's almost nothing she wouldn't do to shield her family. The sharp-tongued pub landlady even pinned the blame on a homeless man after her grandson violently assaulted Daniel Osborne. She later used that scandal to push her way back into her son Ben's life, especially after attempting to drive Eva Price away with a heartless Christmas Day scheme. Although her plan to remove Eva from their lives didn't succeed, she hasn't stopped making things difficult. In fact, she seems to take pleasure in causing trouble whenever she can. It takes real courage to get involved with one of the Driscoll boys, knowing full well it could provoke the fury of their formidable grandmother. Lauren Bolton, however, has never been one to back down. Things have been relatively calm for Lauren recently. She first arrived on the cobbles as the daughter of a far-right extremist leader, later became entangled with the sinister solicitor Joel Deering, fell pregnant with his child, and ultimately attacked him in a dramatic showdown. After everything she's endured, a peaceful stretch was probably well-deserved. When she caught the attention of Ollie Driscoll, who had only just split from D.D. Bailey, a fresh romance began to blossom. A few dates soon turned into something more promising. Naturally, there have been small obstacles along the way, but what relationship doesn't have them? As the chemistry between Lauren and Ollie grows stronger, both are hopeful their connection could develop into something serious. Unfortunately for them, Maggie has other ideas. Now that Lauren works behind the bar at the Rovers, Maggie believes she has her all figured out. In her eyes, Lauren isn't suitable for her grandson, and she has no intention of staying silent about it. She even openly admits to Ben and Eva that she's deliberately interfering. By changing the staff rota, she ensures Lauren and Ollie's plans are disrupted, keeping them apart. Maggie doesn't sugarcoat her feelings either. When she confronts Ollie, she bluntly insists he deserves someone far better and makes it clear she doesn't think Lauren measures up. With Ollie clearly smitten, the question remains, will he give in to his grandmother's pressure, or will he choose to follow his heart? And as for Lauren, she's strong-willed and resilient, having already survived one dangerous man. But could Maggie prove to be her toughest challenge yet? Coronation Street actress Beth Nixon has shared that viewers can expect an important development in the storyline involving Megan Walsh and Will Driscoll. The plot has focused on Megan's complicated connection with teenager Will, which has created tension and concern among those around them. Recently, Will's friend Sam Blakeman has begun to question what's going on and is determined to understand the situation more clearly. Discussing Megan's perspective, Nixon explained that her character's feelings have shifted over time. While Megan may once have enjoyed Will's company, things have changed, and she now finds herself staying in the situation more out of self-preservation than genuine emotion. According to the actress, Megan tends to lose interest quickly. What may have started as excitement has gradually turned into something far more complicated. As problems arise, she begins to see the situation as difficult rather than rewarding. Nixon suggested that Megan feels stuck because of the choices she has made. She worries about the consequences if everything were to come out, so she tries to keep things calm by reassuring Will and maintaining a sense of stability. She also noted that Megan convinces herself she cares deeply, partly to ease her own conscience. In many ways, she justifies her behavior internally so she can continue without confronting uncomfortable truths. When asked about guilt, Nixon said she believes Megan does experience moments of doubt. However, her strong focus on her own needs often outweighs those feelings. She quickly pushes aside anything that might prevent her from pursuing what she wants. The actress admitted that playing Megan has been challenging. To portray the character authentically, she approaches the role from the mindset that Megan believes her actions make sense. Nixon also praised the supportive environment on set, highlighting the trust between cast members and clear professional boundaries. Despite the sensitive subject matter, Nixon emphasized that the storyline carries an important message. She explained that while similar themes have been explored before, this version brings a fresh perspective that encourages viewers to think more deeply about relationships and responsibility. She also mentioned that public reactions can sometimes differ depending on the circumstances, and the show hopes to challenge assumptions. By highlighting emotional warning signs such as stress and changes in behavior, the story aims to raise awareness. Nixon hopes the plot sparks meaningful conversations among families and friends. If it encourages even one person to pay closer attention to someone who may be struggling, she believes it will have achieved something positive. In the coming episodes, Sam continues trying to uncover the truth. He puts together a bold plan to gather evidence and better understand what has really been happening. Coronation Street is set to explore tension between longtime pals Tim and Steve as jealousy begins to creep into their friendship. Tim and Steve have shared a close bond for years. Although they've had their ups and downs, nothing has ever seriously threatened their connection or pushed them apart. However, that loyalty could soon be tested with the arrival of newcomer Ben Driscoll, who has started building a rapport with Steve. In upcoming scenes at the Rovers, Tim walks in to find Steve laughing and joking with Ben. The sight clearly unsettles him. When Steve steps away for a moment, Tim takes the opportunity to quietly remind Ben that he, and no one else, holds the title of Steve's best mate. It's a pointed warning that reveals just how possessive he's feeling. The question now is whether Tim will accept that friendships can expand, or whether his insecurity about Ben's presence will begin to damage his relationship with Steve. Viewers may recall that last year, Tim was thrown off balance by the sudden reappearance of Tricia, someone from his teenage years. He confided in Steve, Brian Packham, and Sally Metcalf that Tricia had once been his girlfriend. The revelation raised eyebrows when he admitted he had been just 14 at the time, while she was 20. Both Brian and Sally were quick to express concern about the situation, but Tim struggled to see it that way. He insisted that he simply had a romance with an older woman and found it difficult to view the experience negatively. As 2026 unfolds, the storyline will continue to develop. Producer Kate Brooks has hinted that Tim will eventually come to a new understanding about his past. She explained that until now, Tim has brushed off what happened, not fully grasping its seriousness. At the time, he felt flattered and didn't believe it had harmed him. The intention, she said, is to take both Tim and the audience on a journey of realization together. Tim will soon become involved in the ongoing situation surrounding Will and Megan, playing a meaningful role in that narrative. As he observes how young and vulnerable Will is and recognizes how inappropriate the circumstances are, he will begin to reassess his own teenage experience. Brooks added that there is still a long way to go in this emotional arc. Unlike Sally and Steve, who immediately recognized that Tim's past situation was troubling, Tim himself has been coming from a very different mindset. Through both storylines, the show aims to help him see that what he went through was not acceptable. At the same time, the series will continue to explore the evolving dynamic between Ben, Steve, and Tim. The trio will be seen spending time together at the bar, chatting nonsense, and sharing laughs. Tim, however, starts to feel sidelined. With Ben being the fresh face in town, Tim worries he's being replaced and fears becoming the odd one out. His attempts to reassert his place as Steve's closest friend create both tension and lighter moments within the group. While the themes involved are serious, the friendship between the three men will also provide humor and warmth. The show remains committed to portraying strong female bonds, but it also values showing men relaxing together, joking around by the dartboard, and supporting one another. And there's plenty more of that to come. Coronation Street airs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX.